everyone, my name is Dorothy Briggs and I'm with TEN TV, the Entrepreneur Network, and I'm here with Deena Kordt, and she is the owner, publisher of Divorce Magazine Canada. So I got to ask you some questions, my dear. Can you share some statistics on divorce and separation?
I'd love to.
Okay.
Thank you for having me, Dorothy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I think what is quite surprising to many people is the high statistic number of those who are experiencing divorce and separation. So right now in Alberta, there is almost 50% divorce rate for people who are married. And that statistic does not even include separation.
Wow.
From common law, relationships. It's really quite surprising when people hear that number. So for anyone doing business, the clients that they're dealing with are very likely experiencing some aspect of divorce, either considering dealing with or going through a divorce and have all the fallout from that. And it's a difficult transition, and I think just to be aware of the high rate of people who are experiencing that is very helpful.
Yeah, I hear you. So how does the definition of domestic abuse change? Like, what is the definition of that now?
That is something that's very close to my heart, is to bring more awareness to the levels of abuse that are also prevalent in our society. And we've seen an escalation in that with the pandemic. People were isolated in their homes. There wasn't an escape from that. And that's for the children, that's for the spouses, that's for the rest of the family as well when you're involved in that. And the definition has changed. There is such a misconception that domestic violence is only physical, and it is far beyond that. And now there's actually a legal description that does encompass far more than just physical. So now domestic violence and abuse, but violence itself is defined as also including emotional, financial, sexual, psychological, other abuses that people are experiencing and that they're trapped in. They aren't in safe places. So it's really a passion of mine to bring more awareness to that people are compassionate about that, and to create a culture that is accepting of those looking to get out.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, they struggle asking themselves about, is this abuse, or they're full of shame and guilt that they've found themselves in a situation like that and not sure how to get out. And then when they do step out and look for help, and then they're faced with the same questions from others. Are you sure it's abuse?
Yeah.
Was it physical? They compare. And it's a really important thing, I think, to understand that it isn't just physical.
No, I hear you. So what are the resources that are available to help people going through a divorce and separation?
I am learning more and more about what is available for people. With Divorce Magazine Canada, on the contacts that I'm making, the guests I've had on my podcast, and the network that's growing out of more awareness of what people really have in their communities for support. And I mean, it varies on all levels. It's physical, mental, financial, your health, and your family as well, and your children, even to the extent of your pets, because that can be also something that's difficult, especially if there happens to be abuse involved.
Yeah, exactly.
So the resources are just so prevalent, and there are so many people who care. People are not alone.
No.
And I really want that to be the best message.
Well, they have you, Deena. And
thank you.
We're going to sign off.
Yes.
And I just want to thank you so much for listening. Deena Kordt with Divorce Magazine Canada. Please call her. She's very knowledgeable. She can help you out. You'll get all her contact information after this video. Thank you.